disrupting the offense. He's playing the passing lanes, trying to put as much pressure on as possible.
Irving and Waiters, the guards. The two stars, LeBron and Love, at the 3 and the 4. And it's Verejao in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. And here we go with Waiters.
Oh! Up high and down hard. That's right.
That's why you use it, brother.
How's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway. Self-service.
the most magnificent alley-oop you could have chosen.
And he pulled it off, too. Remarkable.
I like that they're taking it inside and taking advantage of each opportunity, Clark, to chip away at the deficit.
Yeah, and doing it with the dunk is a major energizer, too. Gets the momentum going.
Yeah, and I think the interior defense, as good a job offensively as we saw. The defensive presence was almost non-existent. Well, they may see this lead disappear if they continue to give up those easy points.
Guys, you know, you're not going to hit that shot too often. That's high risk.
Oh!
Are you kidding me? That was a power punch right there.
The rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Yeah, that is Showtime stuff right there. Major highlight reel material.
James with it. 8 points for him. Love with a wide open look. Here's Verejao. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Verejao's got his second bucket tonight.
Such a solid performance for them inside. The rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the few things that have gone their way today. Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
Yeah, that's 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed on good looks right at the rim.
Timeout called, Cleveland.
Anderson Verejao, a quality defensive center. Great rebounder, moves his feet well, anticipates, plays with a ton of energy, and he's one of those irritants. He gets under a lot of guys' skin.
Kevin, I've got a chance now to look at where the Cavaliers ranked in the NBA last season. 10th in lowest turnovers per game. 11th in rebounding. As for three-point shooting, not a strong point for them. Top 20 in the league. They've got room for improvement in that area.
I think the most impressive aspect of their team last year, Clark, was the few turnovers that they committed. In the top 10 in the league in terms of fewest turnovers per game, and that boded well for them. Anytime they took care of the basketball, they were extremely difficult to beat, and that became a big part of their identity.
Waiters no luck.
And Verejao coming in to the league primarily as a defensive energy guy, but he's expanded his offensive skill set and has made great improvement as a passer. From his rookie season to now, he's more than doubled his rate of assists.
And it's Love penetrating. Irving for three. And he gets the bucket. Irving's got 12.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch.
And it's back to the basket for over 5. That'll be a turnover.
Yeah, let's quickly take a look at some stats for Dion Waiters. Last season's performance for him, he averaged about 16 points a game, 3 assists and 2 rebounds. And when you take his overall contributions on the whole, he's been putting up some pretty good numbers, but I think he can do more.
And Steve, sometimes that's just part of the game, weathering periods where your stats might not show all of what you're doing on the floor.
And Verejao, a good decision maker, Steve, for a center. A 2-to-1 assist to turnover ratio last year.
And he had a terrific season as a 2-point jump shooter. You know, able to spread the defense out a little bit and operate from the high post.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, certainly, gentlemen, the Heat are trying to rally back after a tough summer. Chris Bosh said, I see why people were saying three-peating is hard. I get it now. There's just so many other things you have to fight. We're all human, and it was a long, tough season. Guys, maybe in some way the pressure lessens a bit now.
Certainly something to reboot, Doris, but their championship aspirations remain the same. Thanks. First free throw is good. You can list off a lot of accolades for Dwayne Wade. But one thing that might get overlooked is just how good he is at throwing the alley-oop pass.
Absolutely. It shouldn't be a surprise since he's so skilled at so many other facets of the game, but he might go down as one of the better alley-oop throwers of all time. Andre Miller's in that category.
Yes, two very, very good examples. So the wing on the left. Cole, the pass to Anderson. Haslam can't get it to go.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead.
Wade drives in. And Thompson sends it back. Cole. The Heat shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Yeah, very average shooting team in terms of the free throw line. About 76% a year ago.
Napier, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. He's off on the second.
You know, when you're coming off a championship, actually make that 2 consecutive championships, it's even more okay to be more concerned about the postseason than the regular season. You're trying to figure out how to manage the regular season. And the Heat clearly took that approach, or at least it seemed that.
Anderson is screen on Irving. Cole dishes to Anderson. The Heat need to get a shot off. Miami no good on that time either. And here are the Cavaliers. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. Outside Irving. Back to James. The wide open look here for Marion. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. LeBron's got his 4th assist in this one. And at the end of the 3rd quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Cavaliers on top, running away with it. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the 4th quarter gets underway. And the Heat shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. On the floor for Miami, starting the 4th. Sean Williams is out there with Anderson. Then it's Dang. Then it's Norris Cole. And it's Napier in the 2. And he pounds that one in.
A strong finish coming right on the heels of that offensive rebound.
Clark, he went immediately back up with it.
I love the quickness there.
Yeah, and that's how to do it. Take advantage of the D that's out of position after that initial shot.
Clark, I'm guessing that wasn't the plan for the D on that trip.
And I'm agreeing with you there. Once they opened the lane up for him, that was a little emphasis on that finish.
Take what the defense gives you and then just power it home, right? Why not?
For the Cavaliers, Anderson Varejau's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Love comes in for Sean Marion. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Miller. The Heat also changing it up. Chris Bosh is checked in for Anderson. Wade comes in for Napier. And it's Chalmers in for Norris Cole. Danny.
Oh, man, that was unreal.
Mark it up.
The rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Yeah, that is Showtime stuff right there. Major highlight reel material.
Waiters again. It's Bosh. And again, it's Cleveland. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Boy, defensively, they've played with a high energy level, guys, and all the steals we've seen, really a result of that aggressiveness.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Irving kicks to Varejao, and he jams it with authority.
Everything's falling now, and this lead continues to increase.
Yeah, it's just way too hard to keep up with a scoring pace like this. I mean, and that's why the defense is having a tough time.
For the Cavaliers, James Jones comes in for LeBron. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. Cleveland with the ball. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. The Heat have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. And it's Wade penetrating. Bosh, no one around him. Miami no good on that time either. Love kicks to Waiters. Lets it go from deep. No good. And Miami the other way now. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Bosh can't hit. Cleveland's gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the three-pointer to their advantage. Here's Love. Sinks it from just inside the baseline.
Really did a nice job recognizing the mismatch that he had and immediately cashing in with that mid-range jumper.
Wade gets the bucket.
You know, that part of the floor, guys, is more or less his real sweet spot, right in his wheelhouse.
Dellavedova, that's good.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Just physical play in the paint. Dominate.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anderson Varejao. A different look now for Cleveland. Brendan Haywood, he's checked in for Varejao. Marion comes in for Kevin Love. And Miller's subbed in for Dion Waiters. And a new group getting ready for Miami. Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Bosh. Williams comes in for Danny Granger. Ennis, he's checked in for Luol Deng. And it's Napier in for Mario Chalmers. Wade. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
Risky shot there. Size-wise, I mean, he easily comes out on the short end of the stick, so to speak.
With the nice high release, he had no problem getting it off and knocking it down.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Cavaliers.
But, Steve, you know, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out, Clark, this kind of punishment.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on. And clearly were dominant in every area.
And so with this, they'll end up with their 2nd win on the year.
Well, you look back at this one, and what an amazing performance this has been for Irving. Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected energy into every play that was made out there. Well, they're not going to get back into this game when they commit frustration fouls like that one.
How about exasperation fouls? I mean, that's what it looked like to me. It's an indication of the kind of game they've been having.
Brown is checked in for Miami. Back to Marion. Miller with a wide open look. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
A serious game-clinching run. They've taken off here. Impressive.
No backing off. What a surge at the right time.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. On the wing, Miller feeds it to Dellavedova. Marion kicks to Miller. 6 on the shot clock. And he knocks down the first one. And Marion drops them both.
Thank you, Cleveland!
7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Napier. The prayer from beyond half court is off the mark. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just had one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around basketball game here.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark, Stephen Doris, and the rest of the crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Last but not least, here is your Jordan Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving.